So let me ask you this. If you were to wake up tomorrow with all the confidence you could have ever wanted, how would your game be different? I want you to think about that. If you were to wake up tomorrow with all of the confidence you could have ever wanted, how would your game or your competition or your sport be different? Maybe as you think about these answers to yourself, you might say things like, I'd take more risks, or I'd take more shots, or I'd go for it. Or maybe I would feel more motivated to get up and go to workouts that happen at 6 o'clock in the morning. Whatever it might be, I want you to think about, if you had all of that confidence, how would you be different? How would your game be different? Now, as we pause that and you hold that for a minute, I want to ask you the flip side. What if you woke up tomorrow with all the confidence you could have ever wanted and nothing in your life changed? If you feel disappointed or discouraged by this, you're not alone, right? We want this confidence because of how it actually influences us, right? When we think about confidence, we don't want confidence just because it makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside. We want confidence because it's going to change our life in some way. And when we can use that confidence to engage in certain actions, that's when we start to see what confidence can really do for us and how we can leverage the full extent. Oftentimes as athletes, we hear that if you want to play well, you need to be confident. And there is research to suggest that when we're more confident, we tend to find our better performances more consistently. We tend to believe in ourselves, we tend to understand what we're capable of, and we're willing to take those risks. But have you ever not felt well or not felt confident and still played well? It's likely yes. Sometimes we come out of those games and we still have great performances, even though we weren't feeling it in that day. Because it's a myth that you have to have confidence or you have to feel confident in order to perform well. And so I want to start by giving you the golden rule of confidence. And the golden rule of confidence that we're going to situate all of our conversation in today is that it's the actions of confidence that come first, and the feelings, they come later. It's the actions of confidence that come first and the feelings come later. What you do during performance is more impactful than how you feel about it. Now, this is really tricky because oftentimes people will say, well, I feel confident or I don't. But if we take ourselves outside of it and we look around to all the incredible competitors we have a chance to compete against, or the teammates that we have, we'll look at them and we'll say their confidence. And we say, well, how is that? How do you know? How do you know they're confident? Well, how they carry themselves and what they do in the middle of that game or that performance, how they respond to difficulties. So when we look toward others, we can identify the actions that make us believe that they're confident. But when we think about ourselves, we tend to think about how we feel and do I feel confident or not?